Hello friends, in this lecture we will take a look at CSS selectors. For understanding selectors properly, let me show you an example. For that, let me create the HTML markup first. HTML tab. Sublime Text has an inbuilt feature that when you write HTML then tab, it provides a structure of HTML. And inside body we will have an h1, then say a div. After the div we will have two paragraphs, and before div we will have another paragraph. Now inside h1, let's write here my name is John. Inside p, I like orange, and inside this div let's write here I am 20 years old, and inside p let's write here say I am blue, and this p say I am red, just to fill the content. Okay, now let me indent it properly. Yup, so here we have a heading which is the h1, then we have a paragraph I like orange, then we have another div I am 20 years old, then we have two paragraphs, one is I am blue, another is I am red. Now let's select div. So this div is a selector. Well, first we need to write the style tag, and inside style we need to provide the selector first. So let's select div, and let's provide a background color, say #DDD. I like this background color a lot because it's kind of cool, light gray. Okay, now let's come to the browser and refresh the page. See, here we have only one div, and here it is, I am 20 years old and its background is light gray. So this is one way to include style, that is to select only a single selector. This is way one. So you are selecting an element and you are providing style to it. Now there is another kind of selector which is div comma p, where you are selecting two elements. So div comma p, it's selecting all the divs and all the paragraphs. And now all the divs and paragraphs background will be light gray. Now let's save it. Come here, refresh. See? Now you can even provide another comma and include h1. Save it. Now see? All the background colors are light gray. So till now we have seen two ways. One is a single element and another is multiple elements, but we need to provide a comma in between each element. Now let's include two paragraphs inside the div. Let me delete this content, and inside div let me include two paragraphs. Say I am 1, and now let's copy it and paste it and write here say I am 2. Now save it and hit refresh here. Here it is div comma p comma h1. Now we will see another kind of way of declaring selector. How? Let's write here div p. No commas, no semicolons in between them. Just div, then a space, and then p. Now declare some style. Say provide a color, say red. Save it. Now take a look. Just refresh it. See, not all the p's are red. only the P's, I mean only the paragraphs that are inside the div. So this is this one. See? So it is selecting all the paragraphs that is inside the div. It can be grandchild, it can be a child. Okay, so it will search for all the paragraphs that are inside div. So this is way 3. One we have seen. Okay, let me declare a single element style here. Say h1, and let's make the font size say 60 pixel. So it's really a big. Let's refresh. Yup, it's big. So this is providing style by declaring a single selector. And here we have selected multiple elements, but we have comma between each element or between each selector, whatever you can say. Then we have seen div p. So element, another space, element. So it is selecting all the paragraphs that are inside the div. So this is way 3. Now let me show you another example. That is div, then provide a greater than sign and then p. So what is this? Then we have another selector, that is div, then provide a tilt symbol, then p. Then provide its styles. And then we have another kind of selector, that is div plus p. So what are these kind of styles? These 3 selectors are often misunderstood and people find it really difficult to understand. And here I am going to make your concept clear of these selectors. So what is this div greater than p? It will select the paragraph for which div is the parent, only parent, not grandparent. This p will select all the paragraphs which are inside div. It can be grandchild, it can be the only child, but this div greater than p, this one, it will select all the paragraphs that are the child, not the grandchild, but the child of div. So it will select the first level child. Let's make it say display inline. Now save it and take a look. See, now these are inline level elements. Now let's change the color to something else, say yellow. Provide a semicolon, don't forget it. Yup, it often happens. Yup, so these are yellow now. Now it is selecting all of these because these are the child. This is the difference between div p and div greater than p. So it will select all the paragraphs that are inside div. All the paragraphs. Even it can be grandchild, even it can be child. But this div greater than p will only select the first level child or the children. Yep, I am emphasizing the concept, repeating it just to make your concept clear. Yes, friend. Now there is div tilt p. These are the sibling selector. So what is the difference between div plus p and div tilt p? Let me show you. So let's provide div plus p a color of say green. It's really interesting. Div plus p. You will see that this I am blue, its color will be green. Let me refresh here. See, it's green. Well, it's light green. Let's make it blue. Yep, and it makes sense, you know. It is saying that I am blue and its color is blue. So it's making sense. Yep, see, now it's blue. So it is selecting paragraph that is just after the div, not inside div. This is a sibling selector, not child selector or the children selector. This div plus p and div tilt p, these are sibling selector. This div tilt p will select all the paragraphs that are after div, and it will not select this I am orange because this is before the div. These two will select paragraph just after the div, but there is a difference, that is it will select only one child that is just after the div. But let me show you div tilt p. Let's provide a color and make it say orange. So what it is doing, div tilt p will change all of these colors. I mean this I am blue and I am red. These two colors will become orange. But we have mentioned this div plus p color blue. So this one will remain blue because we are mentioning it after this one. So previously I have told you that if you have same property but changed value multiple times, then it will take the last one. So what it will do, this div tilt p color orange, this will make these two colors orange, and this one will make the first one color blue. So let me refresh it. Now see, this is blue and this is orange. Let me cut this, save it, refresh. Now see, both are orange. And now when I am mentioning div plus p color blue, let's save it and refresh here. Now it is selecting only the paragraph that is just after the div. It is a sibling selector. These two, this div tilt p and div plus p, are sibling selectors, and these are the child or the children selector. Div p, it will select all the paragraphs that are inside div. This div greater than p, it will select the first level children inside the div, and these are the sibling selector. So one thing you can notice, that nothing is happening to this p, I like orange. So in this lecture we have seen some basic and important selectors, and also we have seen how many ways you can use selectors to provide styles. One which we have seen, this a single selector. You can even write here just p and its font size will become 60 pixel. Then we have seen another way, that is multiple selectors but a comma between them. Then we have seen another kind of selector, that is element space element but no punctuation marks between them, just a single space. And after that we have seen children selectors and sibling selectors. So I'm not saying that these are the only selectors. There are many other selectors, like say, well, let me show you. There is a selector that is ID selector and class selector. So first of all, let me provide here ID equals 1 and this is ID equals say 2. Now save it, and this orange, this I like orange paragraph, let's add a class attribute and let's add here orange. Let's save it. Now come here and add a selector #1. So when you are mentioning an ID, that is ID equals 1 as in here, you can select it by using the hash symbol. So #1, then provide a style, say the font size. Let's make it a big font size, say 40 pixel, so that to make it noticeable, And we have mentioned here class orange, and also it makes kind of sense that to provide a color of orange to this class orange. Now how you can select classes? You can select class by using only a dot symbol. So dot, then the class name, that is orange, and provide here color orange. Now save it, come here, hit refresh. See, this is orange. I mean, its color is orange. And this one font size is 40 pixel. So you can also use ID classes as selectors to provide some styles to some specific elements like this. So that's it, friends. I hope that you have find this lecture useful, and also if you have any query regarding selectors, just feel free to ask me. That's it, friends. Here I conclude this lecture. See you in the next lecture. Till then, have fun. Take care.